What's going on, everybody, and welcome to J Sports Seattle. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the rest of the draft. I'm going to be talking about the rest of the 6 guys that we drafted and just go over what I think of the draft and what others think of the draft. That's pretty much it in this video. I'm probably going to discuss like undrafted free agents in another video, or maybe not though. Maybe I'll just pull up a list in this video and I'll just look over each one of them real quick. But these are the 6 main guys I'm going to be looking at. So if you like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more Seahawks and Seattle sports content. And without further ado, let's get on with the video. Alright, so as we all know, the rest of the draft happened. Just wanted to wait until things died down, and they have. It's the day after. I'm sure the draft picks are already in Seattle, getting everything processed, probably trying to get their contract signed. So, but this is for me to analyze. So, while they're over there getting their stuff done. So, first off, we did a trade with another trade with the Broncos. It's like we love getting picks from them. It's like we love fleecing them. And I'll explain why we could potentially have fleeced them. Because it's just like they just keep giving us their picks, because we got an extra pick in this draft. We got a 5th rounder, so that kind of makes up for us trading for that. It kind of makes up for us trading for sort of, not really. Not because it's a 2nd versus a 5th, but it kind of makes up for us giving up a 5th rounder next year because of the Leonard Williams trade. Because we gave up a 6th, 2nd, and a 5th, I think, next year. But I mean, we are probably going to get comp picks next year, but probably only like 2. But still, this is huge, and we got an extra pick, and I'll get into the extra pick and why it was a good pick and a great pick and a classic John Schneider move. But yeah, this is the trade that happened. We traded the 102nd pick, and they got Troy Franklin. That was actually in my previous video, in yesterday's video. That was, I think, CBS Sports projected us getting us Troy Franklin, and I was like, no, we're not going to get a wide receiver. Like I said, if we're going to get any wide receiver in this draft, it's going to be in the 7th round, and that's if we get a wide receiver, and we didn't. So. At least not in the main rounds. So, well, yeah, not in the draft at least, because if we get a wide receiver and undrafted, technically they weren't part of the draft, so that doesn't count. But yeah, and then we basically beefed up we basically got a better 7th round pick. We traded our 7th for a low 6th, which is awesome. So that's just a classic John Schneider move right there, and I think we did fleece the Broncos again. But let's get into the picks. Oh, and also, hold up, before I get into the picks, yeah, the reason why we've done this before, like we traded back, and then because the guy that we want is still gonna be there, and I guess the guy that we wanted was Tyrese Knight. So, yeah, Tyrese Knight, 118th pick. That was the guy that we wanted, and we traded back because he was still going to be there, and we got an extra pick because of it. We rewarded ourselves for doing that, for being right. So, this is Tyrese Knight. He is from UTEP. He led the FBS. He led the entire country in tackles with 140. So. This guy is physical and can tackle. His prospect grade is average backup, 5.8, average backup or special teamer. But keep in mind, these grades, you got to take these grades with a grain of salt. UTEP is not a widely known college. I've only heard of that name like once, the UTEP Miners. I've only heard it once. It's kind of like a Woolen UTSA sort of thing. Like Division 1, but like not well-known Division 1. So we don't know how he will do, but under good coaching, he could be great. And this could be the guy that fits Mike Macdonald's scheme and what Mike Macdonald's looking for and John Schneider's looking for. So this is probably why we went for him. because we knew that he was going to be there. And I like the pick. I mean, what the? I think he could be. He's not going to start this year. I don't think he's going to be a starter this year, but I think he could develop into a starter. He might play in special teams for a bit. He might play a few times just to see how he fits into the scheme. We'll see what happens. But I know he's going to be probably going to be a backup for this first year behind Dodson and the other guy that we got. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but we got a couple linebackers. So that is good. And so moving on to the second pick in our fourth round was with the 121st pick. It was A.J. Barner, Michigan tight end. Good backup with the potential to develop into starter. His combine rank wasn't really that good. He doesn't really have the best hands. He's not really great in pass catching, but he's kind of like a Will Dissly type of player. He is an excellent run blocker, and he is a really, really good pass blocker. That's kind of like we're looking for an actual like tight end to be a blocker, and then if we need him to be open, scheme him open, and he can make his get his yards in. That's kind of the player that we're looking for. This could be Will Dissly, but potentially more athletic because he's younger, and I don't think he has an injury history like Will Dissly does now. So we'd have a fresher player. So I like this pick. I honestly would have gone with Cade Stover, but Cade Stover, I don't really know much about him, and I don't know how his run blocking is. I don't know if it's as good as A.J. Barner, because Michigan is a run-heavy team. I mean, that's just how Harbaugh ran it, and I don't know if Barner was there when McDonald was there when he was the defensive coordinator back in 2021. But he could have been if he played. Let me see. Let's see. No, he wasn't. He was not there because he was in Indiana. But he was there and he won a national championship. So, I mean, he was a great run blocker, and that's what we need. We need to help K9. He's entering his third year. We need to help Charbonnet. He's entering his second. And then Kenny McIntosh. He's entering his second as well. He's going to be healthy, hopefully, entering this year. I also saw that we were in talks with Rashad Penny of him coming back and potentially him being a backup. I'm not opposed to the idea. I mean, as long as he's just a backup and he's on a cheap vet min, I'm okay with that. Also, that is another draft pick that we reached on was Rashad Penny. I don't think we should have drafted him that high. I feel like, dude, we drafted Rashad Penny over Nick Chubb. Like, if we were going to draft a running back, we should have went with Nick Chubb, and I think that might have been a Pete Carroll pick right there. So, I mean, Rashad Penny was good. It's just that he was always hurt. Just imagine, like, what if he wasn't hurt, We'll never know. He was always explosive before he got hurt. But anyway, this is A.J. Barner, and he did not play in Michigan in 2021 with Mike McDonald. So there's that. Up next is our fifth round pick. Round 5, pick 1. 136 pick, I believe. His prospect grade is a 6.16, so a good backup with the potential to develop into starter. Nehemiah Pritchard, he is from Auburn, so in the SEC, arguably the best conference in all of college football. He's ranked the 12th best cornerback, but like I said, you got to take all this with a grain of salt. It's all about who fits in whose scheme. If this guy fits in Mike McDonald's scheme, that's fine. And plus he's fast. He runs a 4.36 40. That's really fast. 6 foot, 190 pounds. Good size. I mean, not bad size for a corner. I mean, it's the speed that's what's really nice about there. But his athleticism score is 8th overall, not bad. 12th overall, we'll take it. I mean, he like I said, he's an SEC guy, and this is the extra pick I was talking about. This is our 5th round pick. This is the 5th rounder that we got from the Broncos. So, and it, like, you know, I said that in my last video that we don't really need corner, but you know, it's good. It's always good to have cornerback depth, you know, especially those you can work with and potentially turn into safety converts. Like I said in my previous video, we didn't draft a safety, but we could draft a cornerback that we could turn into a safety. I mean, like Kobe Bryant, we might turn him into a safety. Like we're giving him more safety looks instead of corner looks. And I think he's done a better job there instead of slot. We could put Pritchett at corner. He might be at slot corner. He's small and he's fast enough, so he could do well in slot. So I like that pick. And then in the 6th round, we had 3 6th, which was nice. So in the 6th round, we took DJ James from Auburn. So teammates. Basically, we are rebuilding. We're basically taking all of the defensive players from Auburn. So Derek Hall, he's from Auburn. These guys were teammates. Nehemiah Pritchett, and DJ James. They were all teammates. So there's kind of a little bit of continuity there and a little bit of chemistry there. So this guy was ranked the 7th best overall in the draft. But he fell to the 6th round. I think he was projected to go maybe 5th or 4th. He's projected to go to be a plus starter, and I think he could fit well in our system. He runs a 4.42, not a bad. Sorry for that voice crack. He runs a 4.42 40, not bad. 6 foot. 175. He's light, so he could be another slot corner, maybe another safety, potentially a safety if he's, you know, a ball hawk. I like this pick. Where we like, and you know, these are we want to draft corners under Mike McDonald, you know, because we have corners left over from Pete's regime. We also want to, like, that's fine if we want to have corners left over from Pete's regime, like Woolen and Witherspoon, because they're good corners and they're still on rookie deals. But you also want to add some more, so that way you could have some corners of your own regime, and that's what Mike and John are doing, and I like that. So moving on, we got I might butcher this. Satawa Laumea, guard from Utah. Good backup with the potential to develop into starter. His 40-yard is not available. His vertical jump is 26 inches, and his broad jump is 8'8" inches. Bench press is 26 reps. We don't know, but he seems like he could be a good backup, and he could potentially be a starter. Could be backup for backup depth at guard, at either left or right guard potentially. I mean, he was first team All Pac-12 conference. I mean, look at that. And he has, I think he has a streak as well. Yeah, so he can play right tackle, he can play right guard. Like, this guy, I like this pick. I love this pick. Like, more trench depth. Like, John Schneider has cooked this draft. He really has, and I love what we've been doing. Moving on to Michael Jarrell from University of Findlay. He's the worst pick out of the draft, candidate for bottom of roster practice squad. I don't think he's going to be really do anything. There isn't even anything like combine information if he even went to the combine. But you know, he's a project. We'll see what we can turn him into. He could just be, you know, he could be a guy like if Stone Forsythe or someone else. Like, I don't know if Jake Curhan is still on the roster. Doesn't work out. I don't know if Jake Curhan's still on the roster, but if any of our other guys, like backup guys, don't work out, he could potentially replace them. So we'll see what happens. But all these picks, I love them. I think we will find great value out of these picks, and I personally give this draft a B+. maybe an A minus, B plus A minus range. Very good draft. Another solid draft by John Schneider under a new regime. I love it, and I'm sure he splashed in the undrafted free agency as well. So I have to do some research on that, and then looking at PFF, they also agree with me with around the B plus range. Niners also got a B plus range as well, and then I know the Rams. I think they got a good grade as well. Let's see. I want to look at our division rivals. They got a B plus as well, and then the Arizona Cardinals. They also got a B plus. So all NFC West teams had really solid drafts. B plus is really solid. B is like, cause C is like average. C is like average. C plus is slightly above average. B is is not bad. B plus is pretty good, a decent draft. A minus is like really good, like a really good draft. A is like you nailed the draft, and A plus is like it was the perfect draft. We got like a decent draft, like a pretty good draft. So I like it. So I really like what we did. Let me see what some of the I'm trying to think of. Let's see, undrafted. Drafted free agents. Sorry, I'm just undrafted free agents, Seahawks. I have the mic in my hand, and I'm typing with one hand. So okay, so here are the undrafted free agents. So these are our drafted picks. So here are our undrafted free agents. The top ones I saw are George Halani, Jack Westover, and Nelson Caesar, and I think Easton Gibbs as well, and Garrett Greenfield. Honestly, yeah, those 4, maybe 5 guys, all solid pickups by John Schneider. Jack Westover from Washington is reuniting with his OC, so we got some continuity there. I like that. Running back, we're getting just more running back depth. I like that too. We're getting more interior linebacker depth, even if it's an undrafted free agent. Linebacker depth is fine because if you can take a shot and find diamonds in the rough, that's fine. And Garrett Greenfield, I hear he's pretty good, so I'm pretty excited about this draft and what we've done so far, starting off this season and this off season, and I think we could have a better 2024 than I think, because maybe still 8-9, we'll see. But like I said, our ceiling is 10-7, and honestly, I might have to bump it up. He could go 11-6, like if everything pans out well, and Gino continues to thrive and can do well in this new offensive system, and our defense improves even to like average compared to like the past few years where we've been like bottom 10 defense, we could go 11-6 maybe. I love what we've done so far, and this is just the first draft of the new regime. I can't wait for next year's draft because we get comp picks, so we get more picks. So that'll help us rebuild even more. So I really think we are in a really, really good spot heading into the future. That Broncos trade really helped us. I think like it really did help us. Like getting those 2 first rounders. You got the cornerstone left tackle. You got a top cornerback. You got a top wide receiver. Like that. That was our own pick, but you got like all those picks. You got some. Boy Mafe, he's been doing well. He's from the trade. So we got some solid players out of that trade, and it's really helping us right now. So I really like what we've done, and I can't wait to see how these guys do in like rookie mini camp and the rest of the offseason programs leading up to preseason. I'm gonna be making videos on those just like I did in the last season. So stay tuned for those. I don't know when I'll make the next Seahawks video though. So stay tuned for that. But I think that's all I have for this video. And if you like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more Seahawks and Seattle sports content. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good day. And go Hawks, go Mariners, and go Kraken.